Standoff between right and wrong, and victory is on.
The year is 2080, but it's viewed through a filter that has been wrapped in the 80s, with music that resonates well with kids of the 80s and early 90s, and gameplay that is akin to the Twisted Metal series. This game brings through some serious nostalgia to the unsuspecting player. With a cel-shaded appearance and a Transformers-like overall feel to the game, the old-school 80s style combat gets you fired up to get your gear, choose your car, and blow some stuff up. Auto Age Standoff is a vehicular-based shooter, demolition derby style with guns, turrets, cannons, rockets and mines, plus a bunch of other customizable additions. There are around 14 different types of cars to choose from, ranging from light, medium, heavy and tower style classes. Starting off, it's easy to see that the main menu is heavily weighted towards getting you to kick off by playing some online death matches, with the first 4 options being set up for multiplayer game mode selections. Coming in at 5th is the tutorial section, which is really a kind of campaign mode in disguise. It's not just your regular boring tutorial that shows you how to press buttons that you're likely to work out for yourself. It does show you the ropes, but it's also mixed in a fair bit of interesting story elements to the main character and AI relationship. For a game that's mostly made up of tongue-in-cheek humour, there's also some heartstring pulling moments in there too.
I'll feel a lot safer when I'm back home with my payment. And just Val. Only my sister called me Valentina.
Very well, Val. And, although I know it was many years ago, I am sorry for the loss of your sister.
At the time of reviewing, the game hasn't released as yet, so the experience online was a little bit of a bot fest, with no one really having their hands on the game yet, other than a bunch of reviewers from around the world, which is only just a handful. And while there is an online component to Auto Age, there's also the option to play locally via split screen. Now, while the core gameplay is fun, it's probably the weakest part of the game itself. The controls don't feel intuitive, and the lack of trajectory control over the vehicle when it's in the air, while it is realistic, but it just doesn't feel like it should be too realistic in a game like this one. Auto Age feels like it's been put together by 2 different teams with a different idea of how the game should feel. On one side, the appearance, the graphics and aesthetics of the game is fantastic, with colours that pop and worlds that match the post-apocalyptic setting. However, the controls for the vehicles feel a little bit stiff and disconnected from the world that you're in. Further to the gameplay, when playing in multiplayer, the balancing feels spot on, with the causing of damage to foes and when receiving damage, but when playing in the tutorial I found it that was a little bit unbalanced when dishing out damage only in small doses, while I was receiving massive incoming damage, which constantly required me to search massive and barren parts of oversized maps to find health pickups. Auto Age has a lot of personality and adds some awesome old school references, with some of the best including the dial-up modem sounds and the CRT monitor effects in the loading screens.
It's a standoff between good and bad, and the dead zone is on stage.
Character voices are also done very well and offer up some very good chemistry between them.
What do you think of the L-type, Val?
Bitch and ride for the middle of nowhere.
Thank you. I designed them myself. I suppose you will be leaving now.
While it's no world beater at this early stage, Auto Age is a decent but light-on game which would show potential once released, and a bunch of mates could get together as a team and tear up the streets. Auto Age Standoff is available from the 22nd of September 2017 on Steam. Thank you very much for checking out this video review of Auto Age Standoff. If you liked it, click the like button and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can also follow along with all of our other videos when they're released. Thanks again for your time. I am Lucas from Aussie Gamers Express, and until my next video, I will see ya!